Hi everyone! Welcome to Journey to Motherhood, Parenting, and Lifestyle, where we tackle important topics, sometimes misunderstood topics head-on. Today, we're addressing a sensitive but vital issue: miscarriages. There are so many misconceptions out there, and it's time to separate fact from fiction. Whether you've experienced one, know someone who has, or simply want to understand better, this video is for you. The myth that miscarriages are rare is one of the biggest misconceptions out there. In reality, miscarriages are far more common than many people realize. About 1 in 4 pregnancies ends in miscarriage. The stigma surrounding the topic often keeps it hidden, making it seem rare, but it's not. So if you've experienced one, please know you are not alone. The myth that miscarriages are always the mother's fault is widespread. Let's stop blaming mothers, shall we? This is a cruel and completely untrue assumption. Most miscarriages are caused by chromosomal abnormalities that no one can control. Stress, exercise, or even what you ate last week. None of these are likely the reason. Remember, it's not your fault. The myth is that you'll never have a successful pregnancy after a miscarriage. Here's the truth. Most women who experience a miscarriage go on to have healthy pregnancies. One miscarriage does not mean it's the end of your journey. Of course, if you have concerns, always consult with a medical professional. Your health and future are worth it. The myth that miscarriages are always preventable is simply not true. Sadly, not all miscarriages can be prevented, no matter how careful you are. While things like a healthy diet and lifestyle are important, some things are simply beyond our control. Blaming yourself for something you couldn't change doesn't help. It just adds to the pain. It's important to focus on healing instead of what-ifs. The myth that it's best to stay silent about miscarriages is harmful. Breaking this silence is one of the most powerful things we can do. Miscarriages are not shameful. They're a natural part of life that deserves empathy, understanding, and open conversation. Talking about your experience can help you heal, and it can help others feel less alone. The myth that miscarriages only happen early in pregnancy is widespread. While early miscarriages are more common, they can happen at any stage of pregnancy. Second trimester losses, or even later, are less frequent but still occur, and they can be equally or even more devastating for parents. It's important to validate all experiences, no matter when the loss happens. The myth that having a miscarriage means you're infertile is completely false. Many women who experience a miscarriage go on to conceive naturally and have healthy pregnancies. One miscarriage, or even multiple, doesn't necessarily mean you're infertile. If you're worried, talk to your doctor, but know there's hope for the future. The myth that stress alone can cause a miscarriage is widespread. Stress gets blamed for so much, doesn't it? While chronic severe stress might contribute to overall health issues, everyday stress, like a tough day at work or feeling anxious, does not cause miscarriages. This myth just fuels unnecessary guilt for so many people. The myth that you should just get over a miscarriage is one of the most harmful. A miscarriage is a loss, and it's normal to grieve. There's no timeline for healing, and everyone processes it differently. Whether it's days, months, or years, your emotions are valid. The myth that you shouldn't talk about your miscarriage only fuels stigma and shame. Talking about a miscarriage can be healing, not just for you, but for others who might be silently struggling. Every time someone shares their story, it normalizes the conversation and reminds others they're not alone. The myth that miscarriages only happen to older women is widespread. While the risk of miscarriage does increase with age, it can happen to women of all ages. Younger women are not immune, and older women are not destined to experience one. Miscarriages don't discriminate based on age. The myth that a heavy period is just a heavy period comes from a lack of awareness. Sometimes early miscarriages can be mistaken for a heavy period. If you suspect you've experienced a miscarriage, it's important to talk to a healthcare professional. Understanding what's happened is vital for both emotional and physical health. Miscarriages are an emotional journey, and no one should have to face them alone or be burdened by misinformation. By talking about these myths, we can foster more understanding and compassion. If this video resonated with you, or you think it could help someone you know, please share it with them. Let's spread truth, not shame. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful or think it could help someone you know, please hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to Journey to Motherhood Parenting and Lifestyle channel for more content like this. And don't forget, leave a comment below. Whether it's a question, your own story, or a word of encouragement, we'd love to hear from you. Together, we can break the silence.